All right. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh. That simply means may peace and blessings be upon you. Yes, you, my friend. I wish you nothing but peace. Welcome to Abdimalik Reacts. Today we are reacting to a video that talks about why Trevor Noah is leaving The Daily Show. For those of you who have never heard of The Daily Show, it's a Central Committee daily show where they talk about what's happening around the world in a more comedic way rather than the traditional news shows where everything's serious and stuff like that. They tried to add some humor to what's happening around the world. And I've been watching it since Trevor Noah started hosting this show, which was like 7 or so years ago, I think. And now he's leaving. It's kind of sad. And yeah, it's kind of sad because it's a show that I started watching, and I don't watch the full show when it's aired because of due to the time that it's airing. I don't know if I said that right. Anyways, we're going to be checking out this video that talks about why he's leaving. Yeah, kind of sad, but yeah, that's what we're doing. Welcome. By the way, consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. I do reactions to nasheeds, which are Islamic songs, and other videos like the one you're watching right now. Okay, so subscribe. Okay, let's go.
Felt like Charlie on the. I never dreamed that I would be here. I sort of felt like Charlie on the Chocolate Factory. I came in for a tour of what the previous show was, and then the next thing I know, I was handed the keys. All I can say is thank you very much.
That's sad.
That was Trevor Noah. He was announcing the end of his 7-year run as host of The Daily Show. He's with us. He's going to talk about that and also some other projects.
I love his afro. Like, seriously, beautiful afro. I don't think I will be able to grow my hair. Like, I could, but then, yeah, no.
He's been working on including a new Netflix comedy special. It's called I Wish You Would. Let's look at that for a second.
And I was ready. I was like, I'm going to surprise my dad. I planned to get to his house, knock on the door. He was going to open and be surprised, like, oh, Trevor. Then I'll be like, Papa, ich spreche Deutsch. He was going to be like, oh, ich liebe dich. Didn't go according to plan. I got there. He was surprised. He was happy. But as soon as I spoke, I was like, Papa, ich spreche Deutsch. And he was like, don't do that. Don't do that. Huh?
Trevor Noah, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
It's so good to see you. Let's talk first about the goodbye, because you talked about being like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. You couldn't believe that you had the keys, and now you're saying goodbye. How hard is it to say goodbye to a job that is among the most coveted in our industry?
I think it's extremely difficult, but not because of the job part. It's difficult because of all the people that I do the job with, you know. I'm sure you know what it's like. Amazing. Everyone becomes, you know, not a family, but a team.
Yeah.
You know, there's a team that you enjoy doing things with. There's people.
I can relate to that. That's so true. When you work with certain people for so long, you guys become more than just a colleague. Like you become friends, and then it gets like your connection becomes more than that. So it feels hard. It's hard to say goodbyes.
That you enjoy making jokes with, and creating ideas with, and figuring out what the puzzle is going to be. And I think that's the most difficult part, because it becomes part of the routine of your heart.
Are you scared?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think anything worth doing should scare you. You know, so I was scared to take the job. You know, I was scared to leave the job. You know, I'll be scared to do the next project, hopefully. I always think to myself, if you're not scared to try something or to do something, then, you know, like, why are you doing it? Like, walking should be something that shouldn't scare me. Yeah, right. I just walk. Walking doesn't scare me, but everything else in life that's exciting scares me a little bit.
I mean, you've had so many big interviews to look back on. I cannot believe you just had Will Smith. This is somebody we've all wanted to hear from.
Yeah.
What kind of an impression did he leave on you after that interview?
I think he left the impression of a human being, you know? And I think that's what I'm trying to do in life, is try and connect with my humanity. I'm a human being. People are human beings. We're all experiencing something. We're all going through something.
I also love how articulate he is. Like that's the thing. And also, sorry to go off, but another thing that I love about The Daily Show, and specifically about Trevor Noah, and that keeps making me go back and watch more of him and in The Daily Show, is how he's able to like read the script from the teleprompter, but make it look like he's not reading a script. Whereas like other late night shows, you can tell when like they're reading from the script, like, because of how focused they are and how they're like reading through, and there's no hand gestures or facial expressions and stuff like that. But if you watch The Daily Show, you know he's reading from a script because the show is scripted, but he makes it look like he's not. And that's the beauty of it, and that's what I love about Trevor Noah. And he's mastered that skill of being able to make it look like he's not reading from script, and it's just beautiful. And the guy's so talented in that, and that kind of makes me sad that he's leaving, you know. But yeah,
we're all trying to figure out who we are and how we relate to the world. And so, funny enough, that's what I'm consciously trying to think of when I engage in the news, when I engage in my comedy, when I travel the world. It's always in the top of my mind.
Why did you want to leave the show? What was it?
Well, it's not that I wanted to leave the show. It's that I needed to find a way to make time for everything else that's happening in life. You know, I realized during the pandemic, everyone talks about a work-life balance, but that almost everyone talks about a work-life balance, but that
wow, yeah, aren't we all struggling with that?
Almost, you know, creates the idea that your work and your life are two separate things. When in fact, I came to realize during the pandemic, it's a life balance. It's your life. You're living your life right now. I'm living my life right now. Your life doesn't stop because you're working or not working. And so if you want to make more time for family, if you want to make more time for friends and what you want to do, and everything, you know, time is the one thing we cannot increase.
I love that.
You know, so it was a case of like, make more time, find a way to create that time.
Let's talk about your Netflix special. It's so funny. You do such great presidential impressions. Which one's the easiest? Which one's the toughest?
It depends. It really depends. You know, because it's funny. Like my favorite one is Obama, because
let's hear it.
But whenever I do it to him, like I'll say it to him. You know, he'll see me and be like, Trevor, what's going on? And then I'll say that to him. I'll be like, Mr. President, good to see you. And he's like, I don't sound like that, Trevor. And I'm like, but you do. I sound exactly like that. And he's like, no, I don't. I love playing with him on that. You know, and he was on the show recently. And it's just fun. I think because like I play with more the caricature of who they are in my head,
in your head,
than like the specific. I'm not trying to impersonate them. I'm trying to impersonate the character of who they are to me.
You do a good Clinton?
I don't really. Actually,
you don't?
No, because I just remember like all the stories he'll tell. I mean, you've met him. It's just like, you know, he's just got that chilled out, very, you know. How did I ever tell you about the time you were in Louisiana? Weren't you?
Wait. Who's he impersonating?
Of who they are to me.
You do a good Clinton?
Clinton.
Really.
No,
because I just remember like all the stories he'll tell. I mean, you've met him. It's just like, you know, he's just got that chilled out, very, you know. How did I ever tell you about the time you were in Louisiana? Weren't you? And I was also in Louisiana for a while. You know what I mean? He just always has a story about everything. That's all I know about him.
Now, one of the things you love is traveling. So you're going on the road for comedy again. You're going. Are you so pumped about that?
I am so excited and I'm so grateful. So the one thing I love doing in my off time is stand-up comedy. I know it sounds wild, but I relax. I get to enjoy a city. I get to explore the cultures of the places that I'm going to. It's how I learn different languages. It's how I explore the world. And so, you know, once I was announced that I was leaving The Daily Show, I was like, here are a few dates that we're releasing, that we're going to be doing, first in the US and then Europe and then Africa and the Middle East and Asia. And once we released the US dates, I mean, like 31 shows immediately sold out. And now we've like added 30-something more shows. It's actually been wild. And now I have to be careful that I don't go into overworking when I thought it was going to be.
You need a personal life. Do you have a personal life?
I think so.
You do? What's her name?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Genuinely, I'm not quite sure.
That's beautiful.
Real quick,
That's
when
beautiful.
people stop you on the street, is there anyone you get mistaken for? Do people go, you're...
You know, can I tell you one of the craziest things that happened to me? So I was at a...
That's weird. I don't know.
This guy comes up to me in the stands, and he's with his wife, and he's like, hey, man, can I get a picture? And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And then he's like, yeah, you're The Weeknd, right? So I said, no,
You're The Weeknd. What does that even mean?
The Weeknd. And he's like, no, you're The Weeknd. I said, I'm not The Weeknd, sir.
Wait, I'm now curious. Is The Weeknd like some kind of
And so we don't need to take this picture then. And he's like, you're lying. I was like, I'm not lying. I'm not lying to you. I'm not The Weeknd. And my friends are sitting there. They're loving this.
Hold on.
And then he walks away. And he looks at me, pauses for about 10 seconds. walks away and then confidently says to his wife, like, he's lying, honey. I know the weekend when I see him. I know it's him, and he just walks away. I
Oh,
was like, I should have said, I am the weekend, and screw it.
Oh.
Take a picture.
okay.
It's like,
It's
Trevor,
Canadian
thank you. We
Canadian
wish
singer, The Weeknd. I don't know who that was. How am I supposed to watch it? I mean, know that. Anyways, that's interesting. He thought you're The Weeknd. Okay. Sorry, I had to look that up because it was gonna bother me.
he says to his wife, like, he's lying, honey. I know the weekend when I see him. I know it's him, and he just walks away.
Wow.
He kind of looks like him slightly, like not that much, but he does, especially with the afro. Like, look at this. I had to pull him up. Let me show you guys. Sorry. I mean, okay. So I did look up. He kind of does look. Look at this, and then look at him. This, him. They do kind of look alike. Okay, that I'll give it to him.
Take a picture. It's like, that would have been awesome.
Trevor, thank you. We wish you such good luck. I know you're doing a project on MSNBC too. You've got some documentaries you're working on. You've got so much going. Best of luck. Wow, what an adventure you're on. What a great ride.
Yeah, and it'll be fun to watch you in my pajamas for a change. Because normally I watch you in a suit.
Yeah.
You know, I've been watching the show for so many years. This time pajamas, but I'll still be watching.
Oh,
Thank
we
you.
love you. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you so much. Make sure you check out his comedy special on.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful. It's gonna be very interesting to see who's gonna replace him. Honestly, I'll be honest with you all. Me watching The Daily Show will depend on who's going to host. Okay, if it's someone that I don't enjoy watching, or they're like any other late night hosts where it's just they try to be funny but it's not too funny, and then it's just weird them reading the script, then I might not watch it. But if it's someone like Trevor Noah, then I would. And I've seen a video of potential hosts for this show, and Hassan Minhaj is one of them. If Hassan Minhaj ends up taking over, then I'll definitely be watching it every single show. Well, not every single show, but any of the clips that they post on YouTube. That's where I mostly consume The Daily Show. So, yeah. Anyways, I know for some of you, you might not even know who Trevor Noah is, or what The Daily Show is about it. But I kind of watch The Daily Show a lot, and I thought, why not react to it? And I wanted to diversify the content of this channel. Like I said in so many of my videos, the primary of this channel will always be nasheeds, but I will every now and then do reactions to other things that I do enjoy, or other things that I'm involved in, or whatever. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.
Don't lose inspiration. Don't be hard on yourself. You're one in a billion. You motivate the ones you love. You got your own way. You find in places no one finds. You right at the shadow. Now you'll be just fine. I got the world on my shoulders, but I don't care. I got that faith in Allah that'll take me there. We got the world on our shoulders, but we don't care. We have Allah in